You're old, retired, and relaxed. Possibly apathetic, you don't want to do much more. And that's okay. But if you want, this can be solved easily. Take a quick trip to your doctor. Here you are, says the doctor when you arrive at his office. What is your problem? You explain to the doctor how you're feeling. And he says, oh, and he hands you a diuretic and makes you pee a whole lot. It feels great to finally not have so much phlegm in your body. You're no longer as apathetic. And balancing out your four humors is a good idea. Good idea.
Fucking gross, you asshole. That's disgusting. Jesus.
Good idea is a brain trust your brain can trust. It's a comedy podcast where we find creative, actionable solutions to your real-life problems. I'm Aiden Kinsella.
And I'm Bradley Berkowitz.
And this
is Good
Idea.
That's awful.
Listen, awful. I just wanted to make sure our listeners are aware of how to balance out their humors if they're feeling a little too apathetic.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm depressed, I just go into the bathroom and piss for like an hour.
No, depression is black bile.
Black bile.
Which can be solved with, I'm trying to remember.
Leeches?
Well, no, leeches is for too much blood.
Oh, yeah, I have too much blood.
Black bile can be addressed by... Jesus, I'm really struggling.
What is black bile? I don't have a bodily fluid that's black.
No one has... Black bile, we don't actually know exactly what people thought it was, but largely it's thought to be... Although from the thing I'm about to explain, it might give you an idea of another thing people thought black bile was, but I think that the main thing was like...
I mean, where they like...
When you leave blood out in the air, it darkens and clots. Becomes darker. I think they think that is black bile.
I mean, was there like somebody with an axe and they were just like they're tapping the human body for some spinal fluid? Because that's kind of gross. Like, what did they think that was?
I'm not sure. If it was clear, they probably thought it was phlegm.
This is terrifying.
But laxatives and emetics can get rid of both biles. Laxatives, I think, were largely for black bile. Emetics, which make you throw up, I think were for yellow bile.
Old medicine?
Oh, really? God, I said you have too much yellow bile. Shoot, my intro's ruined.
It's okay.
No, it's not. I did my intro bad.
It's okay. You can just explain it now.
Well, it's explained now. Sorry I screwed up my intro. I didn't have my notes out when I was doing it.
It's okay. That's old medicine is scary.
Whenever I said yellow bile in the intro, just sort of... I'll probably go back and edit this.
But that was piss, right? Like, is that what they thought?
No, they didn't think yellow bile was piss. They
what other bodily liquid is yellow?
Not botulism, vomit.
That's
yellow.
Terrifying. This is terrifying.
That's why emetics are good for dealing with yellow bile.
I hate old medicine.
And I can teach you how to add more of humors if you're interested in becoming more childlike. You could eat foods that match blood. So I think blood is...
So if you drink blood, you become more childlike?
No, if you eat hot and wet foods... so maybe
soup.
Like a spicy soup. A spicy soup. Well, spicy meant hot too. So if you had like a spicy hot soup, that would probably make you more sanguine, make you more childlike, more energetic. So that was my sort of lesson on the four humors.
This is ridiculous. How did anyone not die constantly?
They did die constantly.
No, but
that is what happened.
How did anyone live at all if it's like, hey, eat this soup, you're cured? It's like, no. We've been feeding our babies soup. They just never grew up.
Our life expectancy has gotten so much better. It's ridiculous.
It has. It's good. I like being alive. Well, it's... On a whole, it's been a preferable experience.
It's been a net positive.
Net positive, I would agree.
My other intro was going to be about acupuncture. But I don't know anything about acupuncture, so I have the Wikipedia pulled up, but I didn't think I could glean information from that fast enough.
I mean, that's sort of like voodoo dolls, but just with real people. Isn't it?
No, because...
Could you do acupuncture voodoo?
No, why not? Could. I think if you had if you had enough power over someone to put that many needles in their body, you could probably convince them to do other stuff too. So I would say yes.
Cool.
What are shoes like in Better World? From Jason on Facebook.
Huh.
So essentially, we need to pitch the ideal shoe. My current, we always start off these Better World ones by we discussed sort of the problems with our current... Bradley, I know the problem with your shoes is that they're flip-flops.
Yeah, I don't own any shoes except these sort of like water shoes, which are blue and very hip, but they're not really something I can wear to school, so I just sort of have... They are actually pretty cool. I'll show you them later. They might be part of my Halloween costume. They're... But other than that, I just have flip-flops, and I wear like khaki shorts and these sort of button-down shirts over white t-shirts. So I constantly sort of give off this beach dad aesthetic.
I also give off a beach dad aesthetic.
Which is fun, but I came into school twinning with one of my AP Lit teachers. So that was unfortunate. And we looked at each other.
You gotta bring down that volume there, bud.
I gotta bring down my volume?
Yeah. Oh, not that? You don't have to be that quiet. You're way up here, though.
Oh, shoot.
It's okay.
It was, I came in twinning with one of my AP Lit professors, so that was not good. So essentially I went up to him and told him that, one of us had to change. And then the other
he said, since you have gym clothes here.
Yeah. No, I'm taking the advanced health class because I would rather accidentally have a child than be forced to change into gym clothes.
Yeah?
It's not yeah. I hate
my issues with shoes...
You have multiple?
I have a couple, yeah. So one of them is they fall apart way too fast.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that I use them for high velocity running is sort of a problem, because then when I stop, my feet jam into the front and that tears at the seams a little bit. It's not super great. I run very fast.
You know...
Oh yeah?
I hadn't thought of this, but we could look for shoes in fiction, and if your problem with shoes is that they deteriorate pretty fast, I know somebody who runs very fast that has shoes that never stop falling apart, and
That never start falling apart.
Falling apart. Sorry, and his name is Sonic. So Sonic has these shoes. I guess they're like skaters. I think they're actually produced in real life too. Honestly, they're like the white ones with the red stripe.
Well, the problem is they're really ugly shoes.
With the gold rings on the top.
I just
right?
alienated our entire audience.
Yeah.
Sonic
all those
the
Sonic
Hedgehog shoes. Nike? What?
Yeah, they're actually real, right?
Hold on a second. Celebrate Sonic's 26th birthday with these rad sneakers. Polygon.com. These are slip-ons, though. These do not look like they can withstand running super great.
Yeah, but okay. But let's say that they're real shoes that look like these.
Okay, well those are
these
ones on the
bread
Polygon
boxes that someone has painted.
These ones on the Polygon page are
not great.
I was gonna say I think they look much better than I was expecting them to.
Really?
Actually, yeah.
Honestly, yeah, a little bit.
I don't hate them. Actually, they're kind of stylish, but I don't think they go with.
They say Sonic on the back.
Oh no! Oh no! I mean, that's my other issue with shoes is that they don't say Sonic on the back. I do think that that's a problem, but one more issue I have with shoes is I do not like to tie them.
Slip-ons are good.
They're good, except they fall apart easier.
You a Velcro fan?
No.
How about buttons? You don't see button-up shoes a lot, do you?
No, but I feel like that would be really stylish. It would go really well with just sort of a suit, like a three-piece suit instead of a slip-on pair of dress shoes or tie-up dress shoes.
Okay, so we've got button-up shoes.
So you have a three-piece suit with the 5-button.
Mm-hmm.
You got the 5-button jacket.
The 5-button shoes.
And the 5-button shoes, and then maybe the 5-button pants.
That's terrifying. Yeah, that's a lot of room to grow in those pants.
Hey, you don't know what they're getting up to.
No, I don't. I don't understand. I do like the idea of button shoes. Are they right down the middle of the thing, or are they on the side? You fold the thing over and the buttons are on the side of the foot.
It would look better if they were on the side, so they're on the side.
They're on the side. All right. Cool.
They would have to be on the side, I think, and I think they'd have to be.
Do we want platform button-up
platform button-up dress shoes that have the unbreakability of Sonic the Hedgehog.
We just made David Bowie. You were a pair of shoes.
Did you see the I'm sure you didn't, because I don't think it was on The Onion. It was on like one of those other satire sites I followed. But there was an article that was like, David Bowie emerges from the grave, ending his character stint as a character of a celebrity who died in 2016. It was very good. I quite enjoyed that article.
That's a good one. I mean, and have you seen those shoes that like have you seen those Converse? Okay, real quick.
Wait, I got it.
No, wait. Just
okay.
Real quick. Can I go on this tangent first, and then keep
your
idea, keep it melded in your head. Converse shoes are really bad. Like I owned a pair back in 2007 or whatever that dark time was. 3 years ago or something. And Converse shoes, like they're like made of paper. Basically, they're made of like colored paper, and they're not waterproof, and they're not heat resistant, and they fall apart so fast. And if you kick them too hard, the sole comes flying out from underneath you. But damn, they look good. So that is essentially, but there's also those pair that lace up all the way to the knee.
Those are good.
I propose those with these shoes.
They button up all the way to the knee. It's more than 5 buttons.
Yeah.
No, it's just one button at the top.
One
and then
big old
wide
button.
open. The rest of the way down. Maybe there's a zipper. I feel like that would look good. Maybe it would look like
a button and a zipper combo.
There could be some nice like crotch imagery there.
That's terrifying.
Like zip up.
Yeah.
Your fly is down.
XYZ, dude. XYZ. Which one? Which one exactly? Which zipper?
Yeah, wait. I've got a couple.
He's like readjusting his jacket.
Now I'm thinking about the concept of like, video games that like that you play while doing normal things, like urinal games. Wait,
what are
like
urinal
how you
games?
use it, how you go to the bathroom at a urinal, and then there are games in Japan that you play by peeing on different parts of the urinal.
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm Japanese. I know that.
Now I'm thinking about...
Really? Those exist?
Yes. Now I'm thinking about...
super.
Another thing that you could connect a game to that is something... You gotta unzip your fly every once in a while. Can you make a game out of that and call it Gamefly? And I don't know if I can go any further with this, but...
I think the original concept's pretty good. I think we're done, though, with that.
But my idea... That wasn't my idea.
Yeah.
My idea... We've overlooked the perfect shoes. Bradley, moon shoes already exist.
Moon shoes?
Moon shoes.
You mean the 1990s spring-based...
Yes, moon shoes already exist.
Chunky plastic...
Bradley, moon shoes already exist.
That's an excellent point. I will hazard
Can we have moon shoes that then they go up the leg?
I think they're attachable.
It's an attachable platform to the platform.
Yeah.
It's another platform. It says Sonic on the back.
You could break your, ankle so bad on a pair of those. The amount of leverage you'd get, just... Oh, that's fantastic, though. I want to own those now.
Do you want to do the next prompt? We invented very good shoes.
I think we started off with excellent shoes.
I'm assuming we're gonna call them Bowies, right?
I think Bowie's is pretty good. All right, the next prompt.
Then the moon shoes are called Bowie's: Space Odyssey.
Jesus. Oh God. Huh. These are okay. I like. Let's go with extremely organized crime.
Okay, a place for everything and everything in its place.
That sounds good. That sounds like I could see that being a motto of.
That's the motto, and
like the Falcones or something. What do we want to call them? What's the crime family? Is it okay if we make them Italian?
I think it would be offensive not to make them Italian.
All right.
Now, can we call them the Giuseppes?
The Giuseppe. How so? I think
because it's not a threatening name.
I mean,
it's an organized name though. If I look at a Giuseppe, I'm like that's an organized guy.
That's an organized guy. The Vito, yeah, but
the Giuseppes.
The Giuseppes.
The Giuseppe clan.
All right. So, what's their modus operandi? How do they kill you? Some people use guns. Some people use that carotting wire. There's cement shoes. How do these people do it?
How do they? Well, first you have to go through the process.
Sign this form.
First, you have to sign this form so we can document that we killed you and that you were okay with that.
We were holding a gun to your head while you did sign this form.
Yes, but you did okay it, so they can never get sued.
Yeah, that's how that works.
They can never get prosecuted. Because you sue people when they kill you.
Yeah.
They can never get prosecuted because they have signed forms of permission, which they have many, many file folders for. I think that they make sure to put everything in their calendar. Like
Kill George. 10 o'clock Saturday.
Kill George, 10 o'clock Saturday. Kill George's sister. Kill George's sister if he doesn't cooperate.
Okay.
And the time is all day because they don't know exactly at which
they
point
have to
in the
find
day.
him. It's just in Google Calendar.
Yeah.
There's like a little alert. He's like, "I'm sorry, I have to go now."
I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. Italian, kind of Italian, like Mario, Italian, like not like.
Do you think Mario?
No, I'm not even indulging that idea.
Do you think the Mario Brothers?
No, somebody's got to have done that. Where the Mario Brothers are part of an Italian mafia. That's got to have happened before. That can't be just your idea. Then
it'd be good.
It would be excellent.
They'd be called the Mario Brothers, the Mario family.
That's like an actual crime family, isn't it?
The Mario family.
Okay, but like, how do they? So what's the most elegant way of killing someone? It's not, you can't do cement shoes.
It's not about elegance. It's about how organized it is.
Okay, organized.
I mean, conveyor belt into fire.
That's pretty organized. You'd have to own the fire and conveyor belt factory.
The place where they destroy stuff.
No,
maybe
they make fire and conveyor belts, and
so
they're just sort of set up. No,
it's not a dump. They make the things for the dumps. They make them and sell them to dumps, and
you're put into the display model. Into the display fire.
Well, they have a display model that they use a different person for a display model every time.
That's terrifying. Look how you can instantly eviscerate and get rid of your victims. Here is a victim. Here he goes. Look how elegant that was, and so efficient and organized.
And then you can look at the fire afterwards to read prophecies from the bones.
Oh no. That's kind of Greek.
And then they use those prophecies to find out who the next person they have to kill is. Then they write that person down in their calendar.
It's very organized. I like these guys.
And they have different things set up in the calendar. So they have find Jeremy
Davis
Piffins.
Do you think like somebody walks into their
Jeremy
office
Davis
and like
Piffins.
he tries to like take a cigar and he's like, "Sit down." It's like, "You put that back." What? I'm just put that back. Okay.
And then he puts it back in the wrong spot.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, what did you do that for?
Sight.
What did you do that for? You come into my house on Wednesday, the afternoon, the 23rd, when I'm booked here on my calendar, and you take my cigars, and you ask for forgiveness. I do not give it to you. It's not in the schedule. You can't have it. Next week, try 7 o'clock.
It's extremely organized.
It's extremely organized.
Everyone has a different title.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the genius dad who organized his children by giving them all different names?
That'd be very efficient. All my dad's kids are just named Brad 1, 2, 3, and 8.
What happened with the other ones?
Oh, that would be
that was Brad 2.
Barbecue accident.
It was a Brad 2 accident.
Brad 2. I'm original. I'm Brad 1.
Is that like Sport 2 but different?
I want to have Cameron back on this show.
I've already been talking to him about getting him back on.
Oh, he's really good.
I told him as soon as we get Sam on again.
So, organized crime, I think we've both got a picture. The group photos are just sort of, they're all the same height.
They're all the same. Does Procrustes work for them?
What is Procrustes?
He's the guy from Greek mythology who stood on the side of the road, had people lay down on his like bed or whatever, and then cut them off, cut them in half, or
no, it's just
stretch
genetics.
them out or whatever.
They're just naturally very neat.
They're very genetically organized too.
Yeah, like
their suits are clean and pressed, and their haircuts are precise. They are the army of the Church of Giuseppe, of Latter-day Giuseppe.
Okay, well, hello, Mr. Mormon. We're gonna move on from there.
I think yeah. So things that things that the Giuseppe family does, they itemize everything in their calendars. Mm-hmm. They keep extensive documents of everyone that they kill, just like the Romans.
Yes.
They're very, very good at systematically putting everything in its place. They are all exactly the same height with the same haircut and the same outfit, and they all have different titles, so no one gets confused with anyone else, even though they all look the same for simplicity's sake. Do they have name tags? Most certainly.
Absolutely.
Incredibly detailed name tags.
They're sort of flowery.
They're all men.
Mm-hmm.
Much more organized, by the way.
Waffle versus spaghetti.
I don't get it.
Okay, so there's like this like stupid psychological theory, and I don't know how stupid it is because I think there's some validity to it, but the metaphor is certainly stupid. And it's like men are waffles and women are spaghetti because women have there's like spaghetti and they're all intertwined, and men just have their waffle boxes. It's like one thing after the other. And if there's like things where the woman is doing many things at once, the man cannot keep up, and there's a thing where the man's just not thinking about anything, and the woman's like, "What are you thinking about?" And the man's like, "My waffle box is empty." So they're all waffles.
Yeah. Right.
Do you want to pick another prompt?
Please. I'm tempted to do the best ways to get into jail and then make a joke about how organized crime is extremely organized crime is the best way.
I like best way to get into jail. Now that we've established that joke, though, I don't.
The funny joke.
The best ways to get into jail. I mean,
I don't know what the best ways to crime.
Crime is a pretty solid start.
Hold on a second.
Becoming a police officer is way harder than just committing a crime.
Yeah, I was going to say becoming a police officer, actually, because that seems the most reasonable way to get out of jail for me.
It's reasonable, but it's not the best.
It's not the best way.
The best way...
Can I pitch to you a different idea than what we're about to spend the next 10 minutes doing?
Okay.
How about we figure out how to break into jail?
The best way to get
You always hear about people breaking out.
How to break into jail?
You don't want to get arrested. And the trick is you're trying. Why are we trying to break into jail? To break our friend
Keith.
To break our friend Keith out of jail. And the only way to break Keith out of jail is to break into jail. Right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If they try to put you in jail for breaking into jail, then you've succeeded and you've gotten in.
Technically, yes.
So it's a foolproof plan.
It is.
So, first of all, things you're going to need to break into jail. I'm thinking we're going to need some conveyor belts and some fire.
I think that's a decent start, but let me propose to you the more elegant solution of a lot of explosives.
But we don't want to kill Keith.
Keith is fine. He's hardy. He's got some moxie. Some
He's got a shield.
He's got a shield. Just a big old...
It's like a big one.
So let's okay, maybe not a lot of explosive. Let's try a little explosive and then find a wall.
How much explosive?
I don't know. It's not really something I usually do.
What if it's one of those jails without walls? Like Doctors Without Borders, but different.
Jails without walls. We'll trust you.
Yeah. You're in jail.
The honor code!
Stay right here.
Domo.
Hey, we gotta go on lunch. We gotta go on lunch.
We'll be right
quick.
back. Honor code jail. Everyone's
jail
just
will be
standing in
very
a
easy
circle,
to
and one
bring-
guy's like, "Hey, can we go?" And they're like, "No, don't." Honor code, dude. You can't do that.
I mean, yeah, I feel like the jail might even be harder to break into or out of, because if the person who's trying to break in or the person who's trying to break out has any honor at all, they would never do that.
This feels like the
That feels dishonest.
This feels like Capture the Flag.
It does kind of feel like Capture the Flag.
No.
I played Capture the Flag the other day, and it's I find that Capture the Flag largely involved. Are we doing honor code jail now?
I think honor code jail, yeah.
So we've tried to use explosives only to find that the jail has
There's no walls. You had to convince your friend Keith to leave the jail.
He's very honorable.
Or maybe you had to tag him out.
I think you have to tag him out.
Yeah. Well,
if the guards tag you while you're in there, you have to join honor code jail.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Keith is very honorable. He won't leave without being tagged out, even though you can. Some people do leave without being tagged out. Those are the cheaters. Nobody likes to play capture the flag.
I really hated
with
those
them.
people in middle school, honest to God.
I hate them now.
Such jerks.
Actually, when I did play capture the flag the other day, I found it very interesting. People actually were playing by the rules for the first time ever. And there were roughly 70 people, I think, involved.
Was that through
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It was thereumst.
Through Cronuts.
Cronuts, yeah.
Our community resource organization, nuts.
They really like community resource organization.
Nuts.
They're nuts about it.
Yeah, they are. All right.
It's the Giuseppe family.
All right, great.
They organize resources to use against the community.
So just so you understand, that acronym is C.R.O.Nuts. All right, moving back to honor code jail.
So here's the thing. First of all, I'm gonna assume this capture the flag game. Everyone has different colored flags on them that you have to pull their flag to get them out instead of touch tag.
Okay.
So the flag doesn't denote your color. What denotes your color is the face paint you're wearing.
All right.
And it's the mustaches versus the soul patches.
Can I be a goatee?
That would be on the soul patches team, but
would it? What's a soul patch?
You know what Guy Fieri has?
Kind of. Yes.
You know what Vanilla Ice has? It's that. Is there a cure for what Guy Fieri has?
Is there a cure for what Guy Fieri has? Is that a tweet?
No, it's a thing I just said out loud. I'm sorry, Guy. I'm a fan.
Your parents named you badly.
Sorry, Guy.
You could be talking to anyone.
You're denoted by your painted on facial hair, or your real facial hair if you're manlier than I.
I cannot grow it. It does not work.
I can grow some of it.
Some of it? A percentage?
I find putting on a hood is a very effective way for people not to see facially identifying features.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're just a wizard.
Maybe a surgeon's mask?
Yeah.
So both of those, and then you'll look like a character from Assassin's Creed.
Wizard surgeon.
Wizard surgeon.
He'll magic the disease right out of you.
You run right in there with your hood up, right? You have to find Keith. The problem is, all of them have their hoods up so they can try to escape. But Keith doesn't have his hood up because he wouldn't do that. So, you have
to force Keith to escape. You got to kidnap Keith.
No, he'll go out if you tag him out.
Oh.
So, I guess it wouldn't be a problem that everyone else has their hoods up. That helps you find Keith. So, that's a strategy. Very important. Make sure you have a gun on you. Just in case.
Just in case. Bang! The gun goes off, and you're there standing in a minefield with Keith. You take him and run.
It's a minefield now?
Yeah.
How did you get through the minefield the first time?
Wizard.
Oh. Lucky guess. You guessed the path that they used to get in and out of the minefield.
Oh, God. This is so stupid.
You saw these two white lines, right? And you thought either inside or outside those white lines is where the mines are. And you assumed that the smaller path is where the mines weren't. And you were wrong.
Oh, no.
Whoops.
That's horrible. So, we've established in this wizard capture the flag with guns, an honor-bound Keith, an honor-driven jail.
An honor-driven jail is very good.
Honor code jail. And Cronuts, the community resource organization for nuts.
For people who are nuts about community resource organization.
All right. It's good.
Oh my.
Do we want to move on to
The end? Yes.
The end?
It's been like 30-some minutes.
Oh my gosh. Time just flies when you're making a joke. What's the best idea of this episode?
Definitely not honor code jail. That's a horrible idea.
You just stay here. We'll be right back.
I'm kind of obsessed with the Mario family.
The Mario family? What was the first idea we did? I forgot. My favorite idea of the episode are the Bowies. The button up, zipper up, platform moon jump, Converse.
Oh, well, if the moon jump's on there, it's the Bowie's Space Odyssey.
It's the Bowie's Space Odyssey.
I actually really like Honor Code Jail.
Okay, Honor Code Jail it is.
I think Honor Code Jail. No, I'm not saying that's my favorite idea. My favorite idea is definitely the Giuseppe family. It's extremely organized crime. They're very anal about it.
Oh God! All right.
They're very, very anal about how they do crime.
Well, they are all guys, so I mean, I guess they'd have to.
No, that's what happens in Honor Code Jail.
Jesus Christ. Don't drop the soap. I won't. Scott's honor. We're going to do housekeeping. Our Facebook is Good Idea Podcast. Our Twitter is @GoodIdeaCast. Our Gmail is goodideapodcast@gmail.com. Our Tumblr is @GoodIdeaCast. And you can send us prompts, requests, or advertising at any of those locations. That was Good Idea. Here comes my dad. We're done here.
Did we say thank you for listening?
Thank you for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Dad.
Hi. Hi, Brad, Dad.
What's up, guys?